Oh my God.
Oh.
No, I've been exposed. I'm eating haichu.
How dare you eat on stream? No one wants to hear your mouth noises.
No, I'm trying to chew silently so that way I don't ASMR up the stream.
Hello, everybody. We're back. I surprised Eijiken over here by just being like, oh, click the thing. Oh, no, God, we're on.
Oh, no. My chewing habits have been exposed on stream.
I will say
Why?
your haichu smells really good, or maybe your energy drink or something like
Feel
that.
free to take one.
Oh, hell yeah. I will wait. I won't chew this on stream, but I will put it in my pocket for later.
Yeah, some pocket haichu for the save.
All right.
But
so
yeah, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out. We're over here on this stream.
I know we were over there, but now we're over here.
Did a little swapsies. We're going to continue the action over here.
We're about to start Pool 5. We have juggled all our players around appropriately. We had 2 players from Pool 4 promote. So some of the people that we saw last pool we'll see up here again.
As well as a couple of crossover from the other side, just so that way they're not continuously
trying to play each other again or something like that.
All right, so right up next we have Pat and we have Nate, who we just saw just recently just put on quite a performance earlier
I know.
on.
I saw him with he has insane MA. Like, his MA is always like, you're like, wow, I feel like I did good. And you look over and he has like 10 perfects. And
Yeah,
you're like,
right?
okay,
like
sure.
every time.
Why not? Thanks, Nate.
All right, so the songs that we have Possession EDP mix.
Yeah.
The 16. We're not going that far. And then we have無頼ック自己ライザー, the challenge, actually.
I'm glad you can read that. I don't know all the names in Japanese. So.
It's cool. I mean, it helps. As I tell people, it kind of helps if you like the song.
Yeah, that does help. I will say I probably know all the Japanese songs that I like. So.
Exactly. Like, I like that song.
Hi, Blue Tiger.
But like, I can read this part. It's kanji that always still mess me up. I'm not that far. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We're about to just go ahead and get right into the action in just a little bit. Thank you for all of you who were waiting. It's been a long day, and strangely enough, for all of you TOs out there, we're on time-ish, question mark?
I believe we are, actually. We started like an hour or so late, but it seems like we've caught up because most of the pools have actually been self-regulating by everyone being here when they need to be.
Yep.
So nice that everyone is being on top of things like that.
That's kind of the beautiful part about like these smaller events like this is that people kind of know where to go. We don't have to try that hard to hunt them down in like a convention center or wade through like 600 people in an arcade.
I think everyone's just excited to be in the area too, so everyone who is like in pools are already watching anyway, so.
The matches have been nice.
All right, so we're getting into it. Possession EDP mix.
Ooh, Pat with the PFC of 47. Didn't know that.
Yeah, Pat is actually a player from Wisconsin. Drove all the way out just for this tournament with yet another Wisconsin player. They play kind of everything. They like all kinds of different tech, so like foot switches, bracketing, and they just love all of the new charts that like use a bunch of the different kind of tech. And he actually just cleared his first 19 on doubles, so I am excited to see the show that we have.
Oh, and Pat picks up a couple of misses right there. Nate did pick up a great, but is still maintaining the lead by about 10 points at this point.
Oh, wow. Their EX is so close on this.
There's so much song to go at this point. Anything can happen. We're starting to break into the uppers at this point.
Both players look pretty comfortable with the jumps there. See if they can last through all of it.
I mean, in
oh
MA,
my God, we're like 1 EX difference right now.
That says a lot, though, that even Pat getting a couple of those misses that, he's not quite sure about if those either Pat or his foot placement, still, like, barely maintaining a lead off of that. That's the caliber that we're at this point.
I know Nate in particular specializes in a lot of like MA, specifically around like the 13-14 range. So I haven't seen him play too many uppers. So it is really cool to see that he still has like that wonderful MA window even on the uppers.
It does help that we did take a little bit of an extended break, so he was able to like
take a little bit of a breather. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially because I know Nate in particular, he steps very hard when he plays because he just completely locks in. So I imagine it's a bit exhausting doing that.
But speaking of locked in, Pat making up for his misses earlier on and taking it 1804.
Oh, nice job, guys. That was very impressive.
All right, 1804, 48, 7, and 3 misses from Pat. 91 and 8 and 1 miss from Nate. And we're going to go ahead and go into the second song, Murai Kuchika Riser Challenge.
And both of these songs are from the Technologic card draw. So this whole tournament is run based on different themed card draws. So we have like Fujimori Festival, Technologic, we got the Safari, different kinds of songs for different themes. So.
Which is such a neat idea. I do have to, like, I've been singing praises for you guys this entire tournament.
I helped with some of the card draws for the top 8, and it was really fun to start like putting together songs and be like, oh man, what if we did this? And, like, we come up with silly little names for stuff and everything. So
that's super cool. I love the idea of like giving a little theme to the card draw.
It felt like a nice little community type thing as well, like with all of the staff like working together to try and come up with fun ideas for it.
All right, tail of the tape. Pat 99.7, Nate with the 94.6.
Ooh, I imagine that this is Pat's Protect then.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. While not as dense as Possession EDP, this you're going to see, this actually kind of starts off like this, but this song is pretty step jump heavy.
I wonder if that's in Pat's skill level or skill set then, being able to do a lot of the step jumps. Made ahead by just 5 points.
All right, so the chart is essentially you're going to see a ton of patterns just kind of like this. You're going to see a couple of runs like that, but it's mostly just going to be these little short runs, these little bursts right in between these step jumps.
And both players are handling it so well. Their EX being like 1 or 2 apart. Wow.
All right, about 5 EX point between the two. Handling the string beautifully.
Both players looking extremely comfortable with this chart. I'm noticing very minimal play on Pat's side. With some of the crossovers there, it's very impressive.
7-point difference at the freeze. And finally picks up his first great right there.
But still with a very good EX lead on his PB.
Yeah, 21 on top of that.
I know his PB had probably about 2 greats on it, so maybe we'll see a very nice improvement here.
All right, and we're at the end of the song. Let's see if Pat can hold on or if Nate can sneak behind.
And Pat takes it.
By 14, 1674 to 1660. 68 and 3 from Nate, 56 and 2.
I see Nate taking a picture of that, so he must be very happy with that score. I mean, I would be happy with that.
If you looked at what he had, that's a substantial up score.
Oh, absolutely.
If I was correct, he was sitting at about a 9.5.
Yeah.
Now he's up to 9.97. So good stuff from both of them. Really good set. Nice. I would say it's a nice way to kind of. We're breaking into the uppers now. Like that's.
It's fun to see as like the levels gain, seeing people starting to sweat more, starting to shuffle a bit more.
Yeah,
Pat looks very happy over here.
I mean, I would say trip well spent. You know, the drive definitely you can say like, all right, I got some dubs on the board.
Oh, absolutely. I was talking to Pat and the other Wisconsin player that came, and they were both like, yeah, we were on the wait list. We were like basically packed up and ready to go as soon as someone said like, you're in. So they were very excited.
That's determination.
I know. I was really happy that they were able to make it out and off the wait list and just like come out and be able to meet the community here, because as far as I know, like not too many Wisconsin players have come out this way for like little tournaments like this and stuff. So it's nice to see that we have people from, like Nate is from Pittsburgh, you know, we have people from Wisconsin, like people from all over are coming in. So I really appreciate like the community is drawing everyone in.
I mean, I'm just, you know, like old, you know, the senior looking down on, you know, this
on the community now.
Y'all,
with your cane.
Y'all have forged a successful tournament.
I know.
To the point now where people want to travel all over it. You should be proud of that. It's incredible.
I am very happy, and it's so nice that our local Round 1 is like so accommodating, and like the staff here has been great with like basically moving the entire floor plan over here. Like all of this space behind us had a bunch of arcade cabinets, and they're like, don't worry, we got you guys. And they moved everything to make the space so that we can have both of our stream setups for DDR as well as Sound Voltex behind us. And like they've been great with like just helping us out with everything, and I'm very appreciative. Like all of us are very appreciative of them being so nice and accommodating for it.
Yeah,
so.
No, big shout out to the Round 1 here at Fairfield Commons, which is, you know, Beavercreek. It's Dayton. Let's just call it Dayton.
It's basically Dayton. It's like 10 minutes away. So
all the way on the west side of the Ohio State, neighboring Indiana, and a little bit of like Michigan as well. You know,
there's a neighboring Michigan with be 3 hours away.
Yeah.
All the Michigan people had to drive 4 hours. Which we do have a Michigan player in our pool, so
we do.
We really do have like a nice little collective thing. We have one person who's local. Oh, the other stream is cheering.
Awesome Pat over there.
We have a Pat on this cab, and we have a Pat on the other cab. So
I desperately was like, "Yo, what if we can get the Pat?"
I know. I kind of wanted. I really wanted the Pat off.
Because the last time that there was like anything like that, there was a wager. There's a famous wager between Pat Ball and Peabody, and they made a bet that whoever made it further in the bracket had to give up their initials, the PB in their name.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And Peabody, that was a tournament that I think Peabody actually made top 8 in.
I do remember that.
So Pat had to change his name from Pat Ball to At All.
At All was a thing for quite a while. And he was very excited when he finally got it back. So he did make sure to announce it to everybody.
Yes, I mean, sometimes just the little tiny things like that motivate you to like, all right, I know this is a stupid, like, little side bet, but, like, I really want this back. Like, things motivate us in different ways, so you'd be surprised at what it can do.
Hang on one sec.
All right, so next up we have Kid Crab and RC1.
No, this is Famos.
Oh, and Famos. I'm sorry. We actually mixed up the cards. Either way, they're going to be playing Love You More, and then they'll be playing Black Emperor Difficult.
So I lied. I had the wrong information. So we have Famos over here, who is the other Wisconsin player. So I think that at some point this is just going to be another Wisconsin day.
Not the Wisconsin team kill. Don't like that. It's going to be a hilariously strange car ride home.
Yeah, when they're going to awkwardly go like, oh, I beat you, oh, I beat you. Or maybe they'll tie and they'll be able to go in peace.
All right, winner buys gas.
I like that idea.
Oh,
That's
I know,
fun.
right? Yeah. Motivation comes from all sources.
All right, so some information about Famos. I know that he recently PFC'd his second 17, and one thing that he did say was that he PFC'd Chaos ESP, which I think is really fun that is paired with the second 17 PFC. But
I mean, forget the 17. I got Chaos, though, and it's like,
I mean, yeah, kind of. You get it. You can understand. But Famos is also a person who really likes just enjoying DDR in any way that they can. So, like, he enjoys, like, freestyling and just, like, trying different ways to play the game. No bar, with bar, roll, like, just doing whatever he can to make the game fun. And that's really what this is just, like, we all love this game, and it's all so fun. So I'm glad that we have someone coming in to just have fun with everybody.
All right, tail to tape. Famos does have a PFC of 47 or 37 on this. So I expect to see quite a bit of chart knowledge on this. Kid Crab with the lesser score, but one thing I will say about Kid Crab, lately, over the past couple of years, they've been bouncing around all over Ohio. At one point, they spent the summer over in the Cleveland area playing at our Round 1. They're from the Dayton area, often went to the Columbus area. So they've been really traveling and honing his craft, and it's good to see him like actually this deep in the bracket.
And Kid Crab promoted from the last pool as well.
Yeah,
so.
putting in work this tournament. All right, so far, Famos still sitting on that PFC, kind of as expected. 37 perfect PFC is. You can say that you definitely have this chart down with those numbers. kidcrab did pick up a good pretty early on. So, fortunately, is down by about 27 points right now.
This song is a little bit all over the place with the rhythm, so it is fun to see that Famos is very comfortable with all of the different rhythms for this song, so probably practice it a lot.
Yeah, and that's kind of what makes the 14 kind of difficult, at least compared to the expert of Black Emperor, which is just a density fill chart, in my opinion. But kidcrab did pick up a miss pretty a little bit ago. Still doing a pretty good job of maintaining it, maintaining the MA on this chart. Famos did pick up one great, but comfortably in the lead at this point. You can definitely just tell, looking at him, he is locked in right now.
And
right.
Famos takes it with a grateful combo.
All right, 1508, 1439 from kidcrab, 44-1 out of Famos.
Dang.
Jeez.
I didn't see what the PFC was on that. Would that have been a PB? Oh no, it would not have been. I just saw it.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, 37. All right, we're gonna go to Love You More, the expert. See, Love You More, originally one of the extra exclusive charts from way back in the Ace days. Only thing about this chart is pretty straightforward for 16, not terribly difficult. You just have to remember there is a little bit of chart knowledge in that there are 2 stops in this song. So it's real easy to kind of break combo off of that. Besides that, it's not a terribly difficult 16. It does get a tad bit streamy towards the end. But other than that, it's a pretty good song to really hone your MA on. I'm expecting to see some pretty good scores out of both of them. Both of them sitting on that gold combo right now, making it look easy.
I saw Famos had only about 1 grade on this, so a flag for the PFC, and then kidcrab had just under a AAA for this, but I imagine kidcrab may not have played this in a while, because I know that kidcrab usually likes to focus on like uppers, so plays a lot of 17s and 18s and such.
And you said kidcrab only has the AAA. I wouldn't be surprised if kidcrab upscores that today.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we're about to come up to the first stop. Yeah, right there. So as long as kidcrab's MA stays up at this point, even with the 2 misses, assuming that kidcrab misses both of those stops, I wouldn't be surprised if it's over a 9-9. And Famos just sitting, just looking real comfortable right now.
I didn't realize Wisconsin would be bringing it today.
Man, Wisconsin, the cheeseheads out there are going crazy. All right, now it's the second stop, so now we're going to go ahead and finish towards the end of the song. Famos with a pretty comfortable lead is going to go ahead and take this. Let's just see. I want the kidcrab upscore.
Oh, right at the end. Oh, that's so sad. He looks so sad. I was not bringing it up, but
98.
2 greats right at the end, but that was absolutely an insane run with 37 perfects on
Both
that
of them
song.
were on pace for the upscore. Ah!
Dang,
I'm shaking my fist
I
in
know.
solidarity.
Oh, Nate and kidcrab, they were right there.
All of our players shuffling around to do their card draws. Congratulations.
Brother. I mean, we still have some more. So we still have more of this pool to go. So like,
Well, we're gonna see more.
Yeah.
I did notice
You can do it.
I
You
did
got this,
notice that
guys.
like they've just been picking all the hard stuff, all the 16s in the pool, because what's the range for this? Isn't 16s at the top of this range? I think it's
Yes.
14 to 16.
Yeah,
so
it's 14-16.
we've been seeing only 16s, right? So I mean, I guess I guess they're just pushing for the uppers. Maybe that's the strat of like, okay, well, maybe I'll just exhaust them because the people in the lower pools have been playing so much. Like, they're probably tired.
I mean, yeah, there's that, and there's also a little bit of like, all right, if you really are expecting to probably advance out of this pool, you should probably start warming up on 16s instead of staying down here and then just getting like, you know, blindsided by all of these like rough 16s that could get pulled.
Oh,
out.
absolutely, for sure.
So there is a little bit of that, and hey, it's kind of like pre-warming up, so to speak. Who is drawing? Someone said who's drawing Hades at 10. I mean, let's be real. When you start to hit that point, Hades is almost guaranteed in that pool. Out of like the 18s and the 19s, like what are you doing? It's one of those things. It's like you better know Hades.
I mean, I don't know it, but I don't play that level.
Well, okay, that was the assumption, right?
I'm sure everyone who plays that level,
like if you're playing true uppers, then it's like, all right, there's some charts. Like the thing that's going to separate people who are like on the upper level is going to be chart knowledge. You hit a point where you stop being knowledge checked, and it's like, all right, how loose am I, and how willing am I to like actually like really commit my stamina to this song? And that's kind of what it turns into after a certain point.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm looking forward to Hades. That song rules. So.
Well, we're about to see what we're going to get for this one. I'm waiting for the cards. Looks like they're drawing them right now. Ooh,
oh, I see one song I already like.
Oh, no. Okay, you like it? I was wondering if it was going to be a dangerous one.
I mean.
Ooh, okay, so the first
song. Oh, I like that song, too.
Oh, okay, you didn't even see this one. All right, so the first. Oh, okay. All right, then. All right, so this is going to be from the Folklore theme. So first we got The Ancient King is Back.
Amazing song.
Very,
I love that
very
song.
good song. And then we have Sisyphus. So
one of the easier out of the Baby Lawn charts, in my opinion.
Sisyphus is one of our pop quizzes as well. So they definitely picked like one of the more difficult one. And this is going to be kidcrab and Nate Bias. So both of the people that promoted from the previous pool, they were on opposite pool sides, so this will be their first time playing each other. We shuffled it up a little bit so that way we can mix to make sure everyone is not playing each other twice. But
yeah, so
very excited to see these songs. So we did move down from the 16s. We went to the 14s. Maybe it's because they're like, I don't want to play 16s. I'm tired now.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, that's fine. Like, Ancient King is Back is not really a terribly difficult 14.
It sounds
does
so cool too. I love the sound of it.
You know, you get some skippies, and then you have like, it's pretty much just going to be a lot of like triplet runs. But Sisyphus is going to be the one that's way more of a knowledge check. While you can kind of sight read the slowdowns in it, and you have to respect the speed up, it's just way more of a song that the timing is going to be what gets you, and just having to adjust off of that.
I do know that Nate Bias mostly plays on A20, so I do wonder how that is going to affect him with, you know, songs that are A3.
Yeah, thankfully Ancient King is Back, as I said, very straightforward. It's a 14. I mean, what else can I say about it? The song rules, you know, that's our opinion.
See, Kid Crab up there is bopping his head too. He knows it's a bop.
It's incredible. I do the same thing. This is a head bopper, chat. All right, 99.8 from Kid Crab. Nate currently with no score on it, but I expect to see a high 90s out of Nate.
Oh,
on this
absolutely.
song. Especially with the way that Nate's been playing all day. Absolutely, it would be crazy to expect anything else.
You have to learn the hard way.
All right, here we go. At this drop, we're going to go ahead and break into the song. Much more of the same, 8 runs with a little bit of skips and some triplet patterns right there.
They're very much both keeping it very close on this, with a little bit of a lead on Nate's side.
All right, both of them now no longer sitting on the gold combo. Nate with about a 3-point lead right behind Kid Crab.
Keeping it very close over here. Kid Crab is really locked in.
The green. All right, here we go with the green skip section. Trick with this section is to not rush it, especially when you just came out of the triplet section from before. And they do an amazing job.
Wow, 1 EX difference. Oh, 2.
All right, after this breakdown, we're about to go into the final runs of this song, so it's anyone's game.
Oh my, they were tied for a second. Oh my goodness, this really is just going to be down to like the last couple arrows.
All right, Chad, eyes open. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got?
Oh, and
Nate
Nate takes it with 8. Wow, they really were neck and neck for that whole thing.
All right, 34-2 out of Nate, 36-5.
Wow, those are some great scores. Nice AAA for both of them with an insane perfect count on both sides.
Love to see it, love to see it. And also, shout out to Nate with the 20 and 16, a really good split of fast and slow right there on top of it.
I'm loving seeing Nate take pictures of almost every single score he's gotten for the tournament.
Heck yeah.
He seems very excited every time. He's like, wow, I did good on that.
I mean, you could even see at the end of it, he really just like threw his whole entire hip into that last freeze.
Oh, absolutely.
That boy said
he knew it was close. He's like, I am not letting go for a second.
He said, this is mine. All right, so as they kind of take a little bit of a breather, talk it out, we're going to go to Sisyphus next, which is not going to be as straightforward.
Not as straightforward. You kind of have to know. It is a little bit telegraphed, but you do kind of have to know all of the speed, like all the gimmicks in it.
Yeah. Thankfully, out of all of like the Babylon's Galaxy songs, Sisyphus is the one that has the least variance.
Mm-hmm.
It still kind of stays around that 190 area, as opposed to a lot of the other songs that swing either wildly from slow to fast up in the 400s. It's like Come to MIDI to. It's just nut stuff.
I do know that when all of the Babylon songs came out, that Kid Crab was playing all of them, like all the time. Every time I was up here, since I'm also a local, like every time I'd be up here, he'd be grinding a lot of the Babylon songs.
Yes,
and I'm like, okay, you're playing these too much.
Yeah, one of the times in which I made a surprise visit to this round one, I was here with them, and it was right around the time that Ho opened up for everybody.
Yep.
And so he and I were just grinding it, and I gave up. I was exhausted, but he just kept the path. So, like, you're right. Ball is in Kid Crab's court on this one in terms of familiarity.
It looks like the players are pausing for a second. I saw them talking to an analyst up there, so I'm not sure if something is up right now or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure either whether, hopefully it's not pad, because I didn't see any pad errors. Both of them did have a clean full combo on that. They just might be taking a break or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I am here to relieve you whenever you are ready.
All right.
They are keeping this result, but Kid Crab wants us to look at his up arrow, and I do think there's something there to look at.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to do a pad check, chat.
This counts, that counts.
Okay. But we are going to count the song. However, Kid Crab did ask that we look at the up arrow on his side because he noticed that something felt a little off with it.
So here we go. It's not a DDR tournament if we don't have pad maintenance, folks.
I will say the pads have been very good today because historically at FFC, our one cap has been very good, and this cap that we've been playing on the right side has always been pretty good as well, except for the P1 side has just been a little finicky.
I've noticed that.
every now and then, and like we fix it and it's good for a couple days and then it starts acting up again. So it throws little temper tantrums, and I am so happy that we were able to, the techs here were able to work on it and actually get it so that it has been basically functioning the entire time. And the arrow that we're getting fixed right now isn't even the one side that like normally goes wrong. So
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm just like, you said P1.
I know, it just has to have a temper tantrum somehow.
But, I mean, so, all right, chat. So we're going to go ahead and take a small break for some pad maintenance to make sure that the results stay clean, legitimate, and we keep the spirit of competition and the integrity of it all going. Because, like, no one, growing up from a time back in the old DDR days, there was nothing worse than someone just being a complete douche about, like, the pad maintenance and calling pad misses. And I'm glad that we live in a time now where we can just go, all right, timeout, stop.
Yes.
Let's just take care of this now.
We have time in the tournament. We have people around to help so that we can work on this and just make sure that we're able to have a clean run, because it does need to be fair and, you know, everything like that. But we will be back with Nate and kidcrab's second song. So, yeah, we will see you guys in a little bit. Hello, welcome back. Eijiken has turned into Kimalaka.
Yes, magic transformation. And now it's time for a return of the Kimalaka and Jade commentary hour.
I know.
Hour
Hopefully
or
we won't be on for 4 hours this time,
Yes.
maybe, possibly. All right, so we have fixed the pad over on this side. We got it tested, and we're pretty sure that's good right now. So we are going for the second song for kidcrab and Nate Bias's match, which is Sisyphus.
Hell yeah.
So they're carding in right now, but
hope they're ready to push that rock up a hill.
I hope so. They just played the Ancient King is Back on their previous song before we had the pad issues. So
battle of the 14s.
Yeah, kidcrab did say that he was fine counting the song. That we're going to count the song, and Nate took that song. So now we're going to Sisyphus.
All right. So this is going to be Sisyphus difficult, the 14. Lots of speed changes in this chart. So we'll see how well they can tune into that.
Oh, we have a fan for Nate in the chat.
Yeah, Nate's been doing pretty well today. He promoted from his previous pool.
Yeah.
Him and Pat, I believe, were the two promotions.
Him, Pat, kidcrab, and Ossovery on the other pad. We had a couple people drop, so we had 2 people from each side on tier 4 promote. And then we switched people around in the pool so that they wouldn't have to play each other again.
Okay, that's a good call.
Yes. So we had to do a little bit of shuffling, but.
All right, Sisyphus from the Babylon's Galaxy event at the end of Ace 3 has a lot of pretty tricky charts. I didn't get a chance to see the scores they had on this. So there we go. kidcrab has a 994. Nothing on Nate's side, but I know he primarily plays on A2L+.
Which Sisyphus is a A3
yes, that's
song,
correct.
so.
Got some cheering going on the other side. Not quite sure what happened just yet.
Oh, there was a 1 EX difference on the other side for a winner.
Yeah, so that was Patball and Safari had a really close match over on the Ohio DDR stream.
All right, get to the step jumps.
Yeah, lots of step jumps in here.
Had a couple misses and a couple goods in the step jump section, but not sure if that was him or the pad or.
All right, still pretty close. kidcrab up by about
looks like Nate got a couple misses there as well.
And again, not sure how familiar Nate is with the song.
The slowdowns are pretty well telegraphed in this song, but it is still a little tricky if you don't know it, as are any kind of gimmicks. So.
Absolutely. Even if you know it, it's still tricky.
kidcrab with a little bit of a lead here. I do know that kidcrab played a lot of the Babylon Galaxy songs when they first came out.
Okay.
So probably pretty comfortable and has played this song a lot.
All right, kidcrab was still with a pretty good lead. Nate's not too far behind though. We still have a bit of song left to go. Okay, one more slowdown here. Yeah, this gradual speed up is really hard to lock into. Ooh, picking up a couple goods and misses over on Nate's side. Okay, Kid Crab's going to take the win on that song.
All right, so that means we're going to go into a tiebreaker. Tiebreaker. All right, so we're pulling the card now. Both players patiently waiting. They already played Eijiken.
Put this up and use it.
All right, all right. Let's see what they're gonna get.
We're shuffling the cards up right now. And we have, can't see the card just yet.
Towards the Horizon, it is a 15.
Okay.
Both of them looked a little confused when they looked at it, like they couldn't identify it. So I'm not sure if it was just too far for them to see, or
I think this was a song that was available in Grand Prix that just became available for everybody maybe in December. So I don't think it's, or maybe earlier than that. But either way, it hasn't been out for too long.
Okay, so it looks like Kid Crab doesn't have a play on this, but Nate does. So.
So Towards the Horizon, a song by Camellia. It sounds kind of like if Camellia was trying to make a song that sounded like Nekomata Master, and then it was just like, nah, I'm going to make it sound like Camellia again.
I guess a little bit of like inspiration,
Yeah,
maybe.
you could say that. Pretty good song. I seem to recall this one having a lot of steps in it. All right, so this is our tiebreaker right now between Nate and Kid Crab.
Which for Kid Crab, this is very likely a sight read. So we'll see how he handles that.
Yeah, nothing too tricky in this chart. Just a matter of keeping up with all the steps. And it seems they're both pretty comfortable with the 16th at 160 BPM, which is going to be a lot of this song.
Kid Crab is really locking in here.
Oh, absolutely.
As soon as I said that, you got a grade. But still locking in a lot with all of these runs.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Marvelous over there. Still neck and neck. Nate actually a little bit of a head right now. Oh, we just had another pretty exciting match over.
They got an
the stream.
SDP on the other side.
Oh, wow.
No, I got an SDP.
All right, so looking here, Nate's ahead, but just by a little bit. Kid Crab is not far behind at all.
But Nate is not letting up on that MA on these runs.
Oh, no, he just lost some Marvelous there.
No, oh no.
Okay, so Kid Crab pull ahead into the lead. Let's see if he can hold on to that.
Wow, this is going to be really tight.
They're both incredibly focused right now. Oh my gosh, this is so close.
Oh gosh.
And it's not over yet.
Kid Crab has quite a bit of a lead now, so let's just see if he can keep on to it. Nate did make up that ground though, so one EX when Kid Crab dropped the freeze. Wow, that was so close.
I was not expecting him to drop that freeze.
I know.
That could have been it.
That would have been so that would have been so heartbreaking had that happened.
Wow, that was a really great match.
All right, so Nate goes ahead and takes that match. Kid Crab's got to get the picture. That was an extremely close match.
I know. Lots of exciting matches, both this on here and the other stream. We kind of briefly mentioned as it was happening, but Pat Ball and Safari are facing off right now on the Ohio DDR stream. And Safari just SDP'd New Century Difficult. So that was pretty exciting to see. And that was right after, was it a 1 EX difference on the first song of theirs?
Yeah, I believe so. So they're having a very close match over there.
All right, so moving on over here to our side, we have two new players coming up.
We have the Wisconsin crew coming up.
Oh, it's
so
the Wisconsin time.
yeah, so they're going to have an awkward car ride home, who depending on who wins this. As Eijiken was saying earlier when we were talking about this, they rode together, so I guess whoever wins or loses, whatever, pays for gas.
Okay. I think you're going to say I have to drive home, but that
Oh, no,
works
I
too.
mean that too.
All right, so it's Famos and Pat. Pat with 6 T's? I can't count
Yes,
how many
it is
T's.
6.
6 T's,
He
okay.
did specify 6 T's when I asked.
All right, and they're going to be playing, we have Sisyphus again coming up, and Hunny Bunny Expert. So a 14 and a 15. And while they're carting in here and getting ready, we have Pat Ball and Safari playing their tiebreaker song right now, which is Breaking the Future Difficult to 15.
Which, if you do want to tune into that, we have another stream going on for the other calf on twitch.tv/OhioDDR.
Yes, please check it out if you're able to watch and have 2 streams up, because there's some very exciting matches going on both sides here.
But I also think you should stay here and hang out with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely listen to us, but watch that side.
Yeah.
But tune into the audio here, because you want to hear Kimalaka and Jade time.
Exactly. All right, so we're just going to have another casual day in Wisconsin, but in Ohio. I assume that these players play together a lot. I did notice when I was watching them play some of their matches earlier that both of them are pretty similarly leveled in terms of like, oh, they're having the hug.
Yay! Friendship hugs.
So they're going to be I think very close on all of these matches.
Yeah, so you see their scores right now, very similar.
Super close.
So it's time to push this boulder all the way uphill back to Wisconsin.
It's that wheel of cheese.
Yeah, that might make it a little better. You get to take a bite out of it, and it gets smaller and less weighty as you push it.
Yeah, I mean, that does seem like a nice idea.
Yeah, if you don't mind like the gravel and stuff that the cheese would collect on the way. I think we might be getting a little off topic here.
3-second rule, or 5-second rule, whatever.
All right.
So they have a tied EX and are just kind of switching back and forth with a couple perfects here and there.
Okay, Pat
All
ahead
right.
by 6 right now.
I think that this is going to be a very close match.
Definitely. You can see how similar these players are. They're both playing on the Cybernote skin. It looks like they have very similar speed mods that they're picking too. As well as Constant. You can see they both have that on.
I do know that both of these players have a fondness for like different kind of tech and just like playing and having fun at the game. So I'm imagining that they're very skilled in a lot of different techniques for the game.
So Pat's still with the lead so far, but again, we're only about halfway through. All right, Pat with a pretty healthy lead, up by 14 right now. See how they do with this slowdown.
It really is the slowdown. The timing is so hard to land on it as it starts
really
to speed up.
All right, can Pat hold on to this? All right, Pat's going to win by 10
Wow. Oh, I love the camaraderie here.
It's really good to see.
It's so cute.
Yeah, friendship matches are the best matches.
All right.
Even though that means one friend has to lose.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm sure they'll trash talk each other on the car ride.
Yes. Friendly rivalries.
All right, so the next song we'll have is Hunny Bunny.
All right, so this is a 15. It's going to have a few stops in it. And probably the trickiest part, there's a step jump section right around the middle.
They don't call it bunny for a reason.
Yeah, there we go. You're going to be hopping. But coming off of Sisyphus, which has its own fair share of step jumps.
Both the players have an extremely close score on this with a 997 on Pat's side and a 995 on Famos' side.
Yeah, so this can go either way.
All right, let's go.
Woo! Come on, chat. Let's cheer them on.
The Pat-Rob combo, yes.
So pretty straightforward until you get to that one step jump section, and then you're going to have, in the ending section, some patterns that do require you to turn and cross over appropriately. Okay, Famos picking up a grade pretty early on. And then a grade picking up on Pat's side as well.
Both players seem pretty comfortable with the little burst sections, though.
Okay, Pat with a little bit of a lead so far as we're at the beginning of the song.
I do wonder with these players knowing each other so well if they did kind of think about and focus on each other's weaknesses, because I'm assuming that they play together relatively often, so I'm sure that there are some things that they're like, oh, I know that you're not good at step jumps, which they both seem to be good at.
Right.
So.
And actually, Famos pulled ahead in the lead during that section.
I guess Famos is the step jump person.
Yeah. There's that first kind of forced crossover. We're going to have a few more in this ending section.
Yes, let's go Wisconsin. Ohio is very happy to welcome you to our delightful little tournament here. Wow, they are, oh my gosh.
They're like trading back and forth. Oh my god, it's going to come down to the very end. Oh, Pat's going to take it.
Pat won by 5. That is insane.
Oh man, Famos was in the lead for a good chunk in the middle, and look how close it is. 6 and 7 grades, and then just a handful of perfects.
That is crazy. It really, like, seeing how close the scores were like that, they definitely are very, very accustomed to, like, playing with each other and everything. Oh.
Yeah, a very, very good performance from both of them.
All right. And then I think we're waiting for the next card draw. Nice job, guys. Oh. All right, so.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, so trying to get our next match up here and ready for y'all.
A little bit of shuffling going around, so now you get to see our faces.
Yay.
I'm so excited that so many people have come out for this, and I get to make friends with everybody who isn't from around here. And I mean, so many people have showed up for this, and like it is so wonderful that Round 1 has let us do this.
Absolutely.
Because they moved a bunch of cabinets for us. We have so much equipment over here and so many outlet spaces taken up by just setting up all the streams that we have for both DDR matches, or both DDR cabs. We have a Sound Voltex stream going on. We also have 2DX tournament as well. So we do have a lot set up here. We're basically like taking up a whole like fourth of the store by just existing and like having a bunch of gamers over here. So
yeah, we don't have a ton of space to work with, but we have did a pretty good job kind of blocking everything off and as much space as we need anyways.
Looks like Famos has to go right back up there with Nate. And they are going to be playing Actualization of Self Weaponized, which is a very stamina-intense song.
Yes, it is.
In my opinion, it just does not stop.
No, it doesn't.
It's so peaceful, and then it just does not stop.
It's such a good song, but it just goes.
I was hearing people play it yesterday, and they were just, all I heard was just like the scrambling of steps, and then the one freeze note, or the couple freeze notes where it's like a lady going, oh.
It's so angelic, and then it's
so
brutal.
And then it's just a bunch of stomps. And then we have our second song, which is Survival at the End of the Universe, which is quite an interesting song to be able to play. So
lots of speed changes in that one.
So I'm interested to know who picked what on this, because I'm not entirely sure.
I am not sure either.
Yeah. They handed it to me, but I wasn't paying attention when they handed them to me, so I'm not entirely sure, but that's okay.
All right, so I'm not sure which one they're going to first. Looks like we are going into, 16 folder. So Actualization of Self will be first.
Maybe? Classic shuffling around in the menu screen going, oh God.
Oh no, we're staying in the 14th, so.
Oh, okay, so we are doing Survival at the End of the Universe first. Nate promoting from the previous pool, going up against someone who is seeded into this pool. So very exciting that, you know, he made it into this. I know that Nate's MA is absolutely insane.
It really is. He destroyed me when I played him earlier.
His MA is like from like the 13 to 14 range is like crazy,
It is.
insane. Like, you know, like a dozen perfects on so many different kinds of songs like
yes.
that. And you're like, okay, I got a good score, but you look over and Nate's like, oh, here, I got, yeah.
I did tell him ahead of time, I'm like, you're going to kick my butt if I have to face you. And he did exactly that.
So it looks like Famos has the PFC on this.
Yeah, so that could come in handy.
Maybe this was his pick then. So
Very likely.
let's see if we can figure out those speed changes on this.
So kind of one of those ones that starts slow and then gets faster and then just kind of stays at that faster BPM. So Nate already picking up a great pretty early on. Not sure how familiar Nate is with this particular chart. Okay, yeah, I have to imagine this is probably Famos' pick.
If he has the PFC on it, I would imagine so.
Yeah, 25 perfect PFC on this is pretty good. I would definitely pick this chart too if I had that kind of score. All right, so now we're pretty much going to stay at this higher BPM for the rest of the chart.
I do know that Nate reads very fast, so I imagine that speed is definitely, or like the fast charts are definitely in his wheelhouse. So
Yeah, pretty similar read speed from both of them, 620 to 610.
I don't know how everyone reads so fast.
Oh, I can't read over 600. I don't know how they do it either. All right, so Famos still holding.
Oh, Famos got a miss there.
I was about to say he still had the PFC, but I didn't
I'm
need to.
not sure if that was a pad miss or if that was just a little bit of slip up. So,
But still has a pretty healthy lead over Nate right now. See if he can hold on to that. Yeah, these gallops at the speed can be pretty tricky to articulate, but another miss over on Famos' side, so not sure if that's some more pad issues or not, but he still has the lead.
Nate is doing a very good job at locking in on this MA. We did get
Yeah.
another pad miss on the other side, so we may want to look into that. We'll see what Famos is saying over here.
Yeah, still really good performance from him, but those 3 misses are a little concerning, so not quite sure yet if that was a pad-related issue. Doesn't look like he said anything, so maybe he knows that maybe that was just a mistake on his part. But we are going to be moving on to actualization of self, weaponized. This chart is pretty notable because it actually just received a challenge chart, which is an 18, which thankfully we will not be playing right now. Not yet. 18s will come much later in the day.
I mean, this one is still exhausting too, just not
yes.
exhausting.
It's exhausting for a 16. Yeah, this one has some pretty tricky rhythms in it.
Looks like Famos has a very nice AAA score on this.
The jacket just always looks like Tinkerbell to me. Like
It
someone's
does
just like
look like
releasing
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell into the sky. So this chart's gonna kind of just come right out of the gate with these gallop type rhythms and does this for a good portion of the song. So they both seem pretty comfortable with this, so I think this is gonna be a very close song.
They both picked up a grade right at the same point, so I imagine it was a little bit of a tricky step for both of them. Their scores are extremely close on this.
Oh yeah.
I imagine this song will pretty much come down to stamina at this point.
Absolutely.
Since the chart does continue to basically just do this for the entire thing.
Yeah, it's like, you like notes? Well, here's notes. Okay, Famos with a little bit of a lead right now.
Nate picked up a good at some point.
Really nice run from Famos on that drill. Okay, Famos pulling ahead with quite a good lead right now, but Nate's holding on. Okay, you can see Famos' form. He's a really good minimalist player. Like, he's not spending a lot of movement.
I have noticed that he doesn't really move too much at all, and it's it definitely makes sense why he has PFCs on these, you know, very stamina-intensive songs if he is conserving his energy constantly.
Absolutely.
So Famos takes the match.
Yeah, so really good performance from both of them. Famos had a really, really nice score, really solid from him. But that is just an exhausting chart for anyone to play.
We can go ahead and talk about Pat and Kid Crab's songs that they have to play for this match.
What do they have, Jade?
They have VEGA,
Ooh.
and they have Firestorm, the Expert 16, not the
Okay.
Challenge. So
All right, so VEGA, a pretty stamina-intensive 14.
I hope they have the video
oh.
on for VEGA. I love the video for VEGA.
Hold on a second. Did VEGA get re-rated? I think we have a misprint on the card. VEGA is a 14.
Oh, whoops. I guess
So-
we accidentally. It's
I'm
okay.
I'm pretty sure that didn't get re-rated. A lot of people argue that VEGA should be a 15, so it wouldn't be out of place there.
Well, I mean, maybe whoever made the card up and did the little typo is a little biased in that direction. They're like, it definitely is a 15. It has to be.
I mean, it is a 14 with over 600 steps at 191 BPM, so it is very relentless. A lot of 16th note bursts at 191 PM.
So it looks like Pat has the PFC on this. Oh, they have the video off. I can't see the video.
Oh, no.
It's okay. I will just watch the players instead.
Yeah, so definitely one of those songs you really need to lock into and tighten up your form because there's a lot of these 16th note bursts.
They are extremely close on EX right now, so we'll see how it goes through all the songs. If they are going to stay close for that, or someone's going to pull ahead.
And this is one of those songs, too, that just feels very long. It has a lot of
does.
steps, and it seems like it never ends when you play it. So you really need to have a lot of stamina for this song to stay locked into that MA window. But both of them seem to be doing a really good job. They look very calm and confident, you know, trying to not expend a lot of extra movement. Very, very close still. Kid Crab ahead by just a few.
I think this is pretty much going to come down to the end, but I will have to, oh my, they were only 1 EX away on that freeze.
So over. Okay, Kid Crab picking up a great, but still very close.
It looks like Pat is locking in a little bit here.
Yeah, Pat just looks so stoic and calm.
Pat picked up the great here, but
Oh my gosh. This is so close.
oh my goodness. Kim, I can't look.
I know, I can't look either. Oh, I think it's gonna be Pat.
And it is Pat. That last little run pulled Pat ahead very much. So
That calm demeanor.
So it looks like
served
the
him
Pat
well.
is pretty good so far.
Yes.
I think VEGA is a very good test chart to see if anything is going to mess up. So looks like there's some discussion going on about the pad just to see. So
Yeah, really good performance from both of them. Those were very close.
all right. And that means we're going to be going into what I think is one of the best sounding songs in the game, which is Firestorm.
I love Firestorm.
It's such a good sounding song, and I love that it has two 16s
Yes.
because they're both fun. So
They are. So this is a crossover from Sunvoltex. Sunvoltex has some hits and some misses in terms of songs that we have borrowed from the game. I think this is definitely a hit. I love this song. It's so fun and just a nice, refreshing change of pace.
You can't help but bounce along to
I know.
it.
Yeah, so definitely one of the better crossovers for Voltex.
Both of them have the AAA on this with Pat having, it looks like, one great on it.
Yeah.
So this one should shake out to be a very fun match to watch.
Yeah, interestingly, Kid Crab has a higher score on the challenge charts, but they will not be playing that chart. Because it's considered to be a 16 on the easier side, but it's not easy. Like, it's still a 16.
I think it's a bit stamina inducing.
Definitely.
I can't help but
I
tap my
know.
foot.
Me and Jade are over here grooving out. Yeah, lots of jumps in this song.
Pat picking up an early miss on one of the jumps there. Oh, and Pat doing a lot of Scoobies over here. I'm seeing some really fun turns on his side. Very fun to see that in the tournament. Very comfortable form with it, too.
Absolutely. Okay, so Kid Crab up with the lead right now, but not by much at all.
There is still so much song left.
All right, this really jump heavy, step jump heavy part can be a little tricky, but they both look fairly comfortable with this.
Yeah, neither one of them are really letting up at all, so I think they're both very comfortable with the step jumps. Oh wow, looks like Pat has gained a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, Pat's MA through these little 16th note bursts is really, really doing well. So he's pulling ahead with the lead. Really good on Kid Crab's side too, but Pat's just not really giving him any room to catch up.
It only takes a little bit of a trip up to just completely change the game for it.
Very true.
And it looks like Pat will take it.
Yeah, very good from both of them. Yeah, 5 and 1 is very good on that.
Absolutely insane. And I feel like Kid Crab has done an amazing job with, like, really, especially like from promoting from the previous pool.
Absolutely.
Like keeping up with everybody and like really giving people a run for their money, because we've seen so much of Kid Crab just like kind of juggling the scores back and forth.
Definitely.
So.
And I think he's definitely probably getting a little tired because he's had to play so much so far today, but he's had a hell of a run.
I do know that when he plays, he plays a lot.
Yes.
So I imagine that's not too much of an issue, but still, it is still tiring when you're surrounded by, in a tournament experience where you're surrounded by people and you're like anticipating playing. It does make you a little exhausted having to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And especially like in a tournament, you know, some people are just like really, really pushing more than they maybe would on their singular sessions by themselves. So
in case you guys didn't know, we have the physical cards that we have for the card draw. The physical cards that we have for the card draw, when we're pulling the cards, we are actually, whoever wins the song, we're giving them as a little souvenir to the players who won the song. So it's just a nice little thing that people can like take home and be like, yeah, I got this song, and a nice little souvenir. And then also, Kid Crab, who's in the pool,
we have some more souvenirs.
Did a very nice little 3D print job of some 537 like little poker cards, which is the logo for this year's Whiteout. So he made a bunch of little things for the pool winners, which it's just so nice to see like people in the community throw things together. Oh, hello.
This cabinet's done, but they're going to use it for warm-ups.
Okay.
So you don't have to pay attention to anything that happens on this.
All right, cool.
All right. So we're just going to hang out here and chat.
We're hanging out, yeah. But yeah, it's so nice to see like people in the community just like putting together a bunch of different things. Like, you know, Kid Crab like made those himself just as like a little idea of like, you know, it'd be nice for the pool winners to have like a little something for them to win. And then, you know, we came up with the idea for the cards so that people could have the songs that they've won and just like a little souvenir. We also made hats for a lot of the people. So the
hats are great.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone's had a chance to model those off yet on the stream. We'll have to grab someone that's wearing one to show it off. But the hats are super cool.
Actually, you have some in that bag right there, too.
Oh, perfect. Let me grab it. So here's the awesome hats, which, Jade, who designed those?
Yes, I made these. The logo was actually designed by Yono, who was playing in the second pool earlier today. And then I worked on making them. So if you see people in the background wearing them, we made a little bit of merch so that people can have, like, a little prize for it, and then the winner for each of the tournaments, so DDR, Sound Voltex, and 2DX, all the winners will get a hat as well. So just, it's nice to see people in the community like putting a little bit of effort to make it more fun. And like,
absolutely.
You know, we are here to play DDR, and it is an enjoyable thing, and like, you know, tournament is always fun, just like seeing friends and everything, but having like a little souvenir, even if it's just a keychain or like something like that, it's nice to kind of have something to attach that
Yeah,
memory to.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And-
I very much enjoy it.
Yeah, and you and Yono did a fantastic job on the hats. Like, I
Yes.
love them so much.
I am very happy with them, and everyone has been bombarding me. I think I made 35 of them
Oh, wow.
for this, so yeah, very exciting.
I should have bought one before they're all gone. I really like them, but
It's okay, Kim. I can make you one.
Forget it. I have too many hats. Rhonda might yell at me if I get another hat. I have a hat problem.
All right, so Tier 5 has actually finished up. They are finishing up on the other side for the other pool. And then we are actually going to be switching over to the other cab for the top 8. So whoever promotes from these pools will be going over to the other cab, which is on twitch.tv/OhioDDR. So this cab over here is mostly going to be used for warm-ups. So we'll probably be shutting off the stream here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
So that way we can move everyone over to the Ohio DDR thing so we can watch everyone play the really hard stuff.
Oh, yes.
I will say I helped with one of the card draws in the top 8.
Did you?
So I am very much looking forward to and hoping that someone gets it.
Am I allowed to ask which one?
I made the Whiteout mascot audition chart.
Oh, that was yours?
Yes.
That was a really cute
because
theme. I like that.
Where there was much there are so many songs where there's white-haired anime girls.
There is a lot.
And I will say in that card draw specifically, we did put Sans from we did put the Megalovania song in there because Sans is a white-haired anime girl. So
He has
we're
no hair, though.
No,
He has a
he's-
white skeleton. I don't think that classifies as a white-haired anime girl.
I think it classifies. I'm just saying.
Listen, Sans has a white-haired anime girl in his heart.
Yes,
So-
exactly. So, I guess we can go ahead and wrap up now. So if you
Yeah.
guys all want to head over to there, we will see you over there. Kim and I will probably not be commentating, probably, maybe.
Maybe.
but
I can't make any promises.
we might get thrown over there.
Yeah.
We continue to be juggled around. So
Yeah, no big deal.
all right, but it was nice hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
So we will tag out and see you over on the Ohio DDR stream.
And Jade, always been a pleasure doing commentary with you.
Of course, Kim. I love it so much.
All right, bye everyone. Go tune into the other stream,
Bye.
please.